Hello, YouTube and X. It's your main man, BTM here, bringing you back to the BTM Crypto News Network. Welcome back, and thanks for joining. I told you guys yesterday we're going to continue the ZBCN updates and following and tracking ZBCN. And the big news today is ZBCN getting listed on Coinbase anytime soon. So we'll get to that in a minute. There's a lot of information going on. There's a lot of stuff going up. And I told you guys, I didn't want to be the I told you so guy, but I mentioned yesterday and the day before when the price was coming down, it was coming down for us to pick it up and it would pump back up. And people were saying I was crazy. People saying I was a lunatic. And then I was talking about, but I told you that's just how volatile the crypto market is, right? It's going to be up, it's going to be down. Things are crazy. But a project like this will continue to pump, right? You can't not, there's some on my shirt there. You can't not uh credit a project that's actually doing something or one that is as productive, as positive as Zebec, and one that has the ability to change crypto as a whole, right? This is not a meme. This is not a failed metaverse. This is not a project that's changing colors every week, right? This is something that is involved with payroll. Streaming payroll will be huge. What up? What's up? Halls Balls? Good morning from Washington State. What up, man? I actually used to work. I was a consultant in Washington State. The Washington State Department of Transportation, flying out to what is that? CPAC? CTAC? Yeah, CTAC. And then driving up to Seattle. And Seattle's really nice. The weird thing is we were in Seattle for weeks before we even seen the mountain, right? It was cloudy. I didn't even know there was a mountain back there. The sun came out and everyone went to look at the mountain, which I thought was weird. But the sun coming out was like awesome, right? It was there 2 weeks and I didn't even see the sun. But Zbec's pumping up 20%. Yep. DR, what up, man? What's going on? So actually, where are we? Let's turn the spotlight on and see what we can see. And I'm going to go through the numbers and then we'll get to the actual information about Coinbase. So just be patient, guys. You know, everyone wants to jump straight to the news, but we got to get there. So this is actually, let's start with the crypto bubbles. So the bubbles say, wow, Zebec is up 24.5%. And I did sell Zebec because I was getting in. I think I sold it around when it first started going down. I think it was like five something, and I was going to get in back as low as possible. And I think it got down to four something, and I got back in at like 4.9. So maybe a couple of cents difference. I kind of fell asleep, so I didn't actually get that lowest it went. I think it went down to what was this? Anybody say 4.2? Wow. I think I got in like 4.7 or something. What was this? Yeah, I think I got in at 4.7. I wish I would have got in lower down, but I thought I was going to keep going down. I didn't think it would bounce back so fast. Even they surprised me. Let's see here. And the rest of the market's red. Like I've been telling you guys, pay attention to the things that are green when everything else is red, right? It's not financial advice. This is just for entertainment purposes. But you can see AI tech is up 2.4. XPX 6900 is up 8.6. Wow. Tron's up 1%. ALI is up 1.7. I might get back in ALI. HTX is up 0.7. Ethereum is up 0.9. Pepe's actually now. Quant's up 2.4. Metals up 1.1. XDC's up 1.5. I'm not even sure. What is this? Nexo is Nexo is not even telling us. Up point 0.3, and XCN is up 1%. And let me see here. Dogwood Hat's down 7.2, Mog's down 7.4. Caspa's down 3.6. Check out my Caspa video or live from yesterday, trying to explain a lot of what's going on with developer shy in the project. I'm pretty much getting fed up with these guys, but we're going to continue to diamond hand and hold and see what happens. Uniswap is down 3.9. Arkham is down 4.5. Virtuals is down 6.8. Turbo's down 5.2. Come on, Turbo. Let's get back on track here. We need that announcement. We need something going down. XLM is up 1.6. Putty Penguin's down 4.9. Fartcoin is down 10. At this point, I'm pretty much probably getting out of the meme coin market. This is driving me crazy. And the altcoin season is coming slower than expected. So I'm not 100% sure when it's going to pop. But remember to diamond hand. What do you guys think about altcoin season? I think it's being affected by a lot of stuff that's happening in the news, in the political environment. So remember to diamond hand. And I told you guys, somebody was saying, I don't know where that guy's a girl, the Bugatti from yesterday, talking about selling. I was like, don't sell, bro, or ma'am, or whatever you consider yourself as. Don't sell yet because it's going to bounce back. But it bounced back even faster than I expected. So Nero's down 5.6, Prime's down 4.6, Kato is down 7.5, Bonk's down 6.2, Mudang's down 8.4, AIXBT is down 4.8, Toshi's down 6, Algo is down 3.4, Flucky's down 3.6, Render's down 4, White is still down. White and Zebec were, wow, it's 22.2. White and Zebec were both down, and Zebec's turning around probably on this Coinbase news. Peanut is down 6.5, Bears 3.8, Dodge is down 2.2, GigaChat 3.1, Pay is down 30. I need to research them some more. Hint or Helium is down 5, Ingest is down 1.3, Baby Dodge is down 2.4, Osmosis is down 2.4, FTT is down 3.1, and Snake is down 5.1. Let's keep it moving. Currently, wow, Zebec is up 23.9. That's what I call a pump, bro. Up 2.3 in the last hour, 16.7 last 7 days, 182.7 in the last 30 days. Shut the front door. 90 days, it is up 263.7. So I guess you had it over 90 days, you've doubled your money and 60%, right? 100%, 200%, almost tripled your money. So shout out to everyone who's been there long in the Zebec army. Zebec is the one, just track top wallets and who is behind it. Unbelievable upward potential with this project. Mark only, you are right. 100% right there, my friend. Uh, this is Coin Market Cap saying it's up 23.8. Market cap is 430.2 mil won. Let's go. Up 23.8. 24-hour trading volume is weird because it is down 26.3 to 98.8 million. And we'll check the holders real quick. So on the holders, we're back up to 74,717. I think we went down to 74,400 yesterday. I gotta remember. Only lost like 100 users yesterday. I mean, not 100 holders. People were panicking and wigging out. It's not like it crashed. It only went down 100 freaking users, guys. 4 hours were up 141 holders. 12 hours were up 225. In the day, we added 372 holders. Last 3 days, 1,258. 7 days, 12,065. 14 days, 22,866. Who is adding holders like this? What other project is on the run like this? This is straight, what is that? Bonnie and Clyde on the run numbers, bro. 30 days, 25,665. That is crazy. Up 52.2% in the last 30 days. Show me a project doing this numbers, and I'll send you some beachfront property in Utah, right? Or some what is this? Uh mountain range in Florida, right? Here we go. I'm gonna keep pushing. Let me see. What is this? So this is the Trader View. Start the 5 minute chart. 5 minute chart is showing it's pushing back up to 005. RSI is up in the 60s. Okay. RSI base moving average is 58. C had a MACD cross, and we're building volume on the 5 minute. On the 15 minute chart, hold it strong at the 005. RSI is 65.6. Okay. RSI base moving average is in the 60s. Then there's a MACD cross, and there's also volume building on the 15 minute. On the 45 minute, got a couple of green candles. RSI is up to 64.9. RSI base moving average is 56.3. And we're building volume on the 45 minute chart as well. On the hour chart, looks like we're building volume. RSI is up. RSI base moving average is up. Yesterday, these numbers were flat, right? And we're losing volume like a banshee yesterday. Looks like the volume is starting to come back, and we are pushing. We'll check the 4 hour chart, then we'll go back to Twitter X or whatever you want to call it. 4 hour chart, you see red. It pulled back, came down for us to pick it up. Got a couple green candles. Pull back, more green candles, sitting at the 005. And anybody think we're gonna hit the 006 today? Put a fire emoji in the chat and let me know where you're at. I do think we're gonna hit the 006 soon. And probably push. I think I have a poll on CoinMarketCap. I think we're gonna hit that 007 before this weekend. What's today? Wednesday? We're definitely gonna hit the 007 before Friday or on Friday. Say Wednesday, 2 days. Yeah, I'm pretty sure by Friday. Bugatti, what's going on? We're ripping, bro. 31%. Let's go. Ooh, Bugatti, what's up? I told you. Told you to hold. It's not financial advice. This is just for entertainment purposes. But I told you why sell at the bottom, right? Just continue to hold. Bro, I'm in the house, boy. I told you. Trying to tell you guys, bro. Why would you sell in the red? Right? I don't care how far it is down. Either keep going down or wait for a green day, but don't sell in the red. Okay, so 4 hour chart, we're losing volume, right? RSI is up to 51 on the 4 hour. RSI base moving average is 42, and you can see here, you look real close to, oh, you can't see, god dang it. You see here, yeah, maybe you can see it now. That MAC is about to cross. When the MAC cross, we're going to see volume on the 4 hour chart, and you're going to see some really big candles starting to drop here. So this is everything else has green candles, but the 4 hour chart. Alfred, what's going on, brother? Who is this? Yeah, I'm listening. I'm holding. Thanks, buddy. No problem. It's not financial advice. This is just for entertainment purposes. But go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. And you can also super chat. I'm just trying to keep the lights on Turbo Toad Central. Tripping. I'm trying to keep the lights on BTM Crypto News Network. I guess we will do a turbo video later, but trying to keep the lights on the BTM Crypto News Network. Go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. And hit your man up with the super chats. I need to make that. I need to re-record these messages on my board. I had them recorded, and my daughter was in here playing on the board and erased most of my recordings, which is crazy, but everything happens for a reason. I guess I need to re-record the messages, anything, and start over. So no problem there. But I guess uh it's happening for me to get better, right? So just continue to practice. So let's go over to Twitter. Make sure you sign up for the Twitter X page. If it's Twitter, if it's X, who cares? Sign up and join the BTM Crypto News Network to stay current on news events. So this is unknown. Actually, unknown. I think this was you on my live one day. I wonder if this is the same unknown. I wonder how many unknowns is out here. But thanks for the advice. You were right. Many people are talking badly about ZBCN, which is Zebec Network. They're clearly liars who do not understand the project and the capacity of this currency. And you're right. So this see here, the ZBCN warrior is fighting the FUD entities. I don't even know what those are, but yeah, won't listen to FUD. Most of these guys don't know what they're talking about. They're just hating, and they're hating because Zebec is doing something. I think, who is that? Cat Williams said a long time ago. You got to be doing something for people to hate on, you, right? If you ain't doing nothing, nobody cares, so they don't even think about you. But once you start doing something, everybody and their mom starts hating, right? This is Martin Lucas. Shout out to this guy. There is a upcoming live, I think Friday, June 6th. Yeah, Friday, 6 2025. Actually, it's weird. But yeah, he's gonna do another live, the last live. I watched one of his lives. He did We Are the Champion for like 2 hours. And it was like a 24-hour live. So give this guy a huge like, share, and subscribe and shout out. He's probably one of the hardest working guys in Zebec. So this is major signs. Coinbase will list Zebec. We're going to get to this video by, I guess this is Sensei, whatever his name, has done a wonderful job, deep dive analysis into the first class journalism. Bring you the facts before it was even a whisper. You should get the daily report he offered. A 7-day free. I might check that out, actually. 7-day free. But we're going to get to his video in a minute. ZNCBIC isn't listed yet, but there are signs. Coinbase venture backed ZBEC. And I was looking through Coinbase. It was hard as heck to find that portfolio. I'll show you guys that in a minute. We're going to get to the regular news as well, and then we'll get to this part. Listed Coinbase, Binance, and more. I actually should have put Binance on there. I just did Coinbase. Maybe I'll do a separate video for Binance. ZBCN is already trading on a dozen exchanges. Tier 2 index. But the big question is if, when Tier 1 listings, Coinbase, Binance, etc., might happen. To date, neither Coinbase nor Binance have listed ZBEC for trading. However, there's strong signs and rumors pointing towards that possibility. So when they do list, oh man, bro, you guys talking about 20, 30%. When it hits Coinbase, it is going to rocket, especially when people actually understand what it can do. Bugatti, let's go. I hailed, did not sell profits yet. Definitely don't sell yet, guys. If you're even thinking about selling, wait for it at least to get the Coinbase and Binance, guys. That's when the real pump's happening. And this is Zebec Network. This is the actual page. Cameras rolling at Zebec London. Interviews and meetings around our next big move. Stay tuned. The tides are only getting stronger, and they're right. And actually, this is a pretty good shot. I like this. If you like it, I love it. This is a pretty good shot, though. It's actually pretty cool. Yeah, so I got some hats cranking. My daughter made these. She makes what is that? She does a lot of crypto stuff, right? She hears me talking about it, so she asks for the pictures and she throws together. She's kind of a artist slash what's that? Baker, I guess, slash savant, right? She's always drawing and baking, right? She wants to have a bakery, so that's what we're in crypto for, trying to get together so at some point we can buy or make a bakery or start actually producing our own product. I don't know. Timing the market over timing the market. Definitely. Haas balls. um, so this is Martin Lucas again. Countdown is on Friday. I think I was talking about earlier. World premiere of two music videos, the XRP and ZBCN Zebec song. What? To be there at the premiere and receive exclusive Zebec Ripple souvenirs. Follow, like, get ready for a major event for XRP Zebec. So this is, I think it's the article again. We're going to look at that video shortly. Um, talking about the Coinbase. This is Zebec isn't just building, it's evolving. From meme coins to multinational, from stables to payroll. This is the new era of on-chain utility. One protocol, infinite use cases. So we have institutional partner Bayer Capital, JP Morgan, and Visa. I think the I is missing in Visa here. Strategic tech partners Circle, Plaid, and Anthropod. I don't even know what that is. But I know, is that Plaid? Played. I don't know. Web3 blockchain partners Solana and Base. Kind of interesting. Base and Coinbase. Zebec cards, the Visa, the Zebec Black, and the Zebec. There's two versions of Zebec Black. I don't know. Payroll and HR tech, Pay Bridges, SPS, Wage Link, strategic partners, Chainlink, and Mural. I don't know who Mural is. What's going here? No, you know what it is. Nice, my brother. Hall's balls. Good morning, Natty Ways. I don't know. If I mispronounce your name, sorry. I'm just reading and looking, and there's a lot going on, so you might get it wrong. This is Captain Jackson. This is a fake account. The real one is Zebec underscore HQ. Thank you for pointing this out. I got 5 on it. ZBCN, do not interact with this account. And Zebec underscore HQ will never DM you or ask you for any information. So if you look closely, this is Zebec underscore I HQ. There's no I in the HQ. So be careful with that. And also the big tippy is there's only 217 followers here. Hey, I'm following this shit. Hold up. Following this guy. Oh yeah. Yeah. Matter of fact, this guy pinged me yesterday about that I need support with the credit card. Oh man. Yeah, this sure was the guy. And he was trying to see how much Zebec I had. I was like, bro, I'm busy. I don't got time to be talking to you about how much Zebec I hold. What the freak? What the freak? Good catch there, Captain Jackson. That's crazy. Yeah, he's right, because I do remember that. I got the messages somewhere. Dang it. I'll follow his behind. Let me see. Where is it? I guess it's already gone, huh? Yeah, came out of nowhere and was asking questions about did I need help with the credit card. Dang it. I'm glad I really wasn't paying attention. Like this up. Oh, I guess somebody already got it. So shout out to the Zebec Army or the Zebec team that caught that. Matter of fact, that is crazy. I see. Guess it's gone. But yeah, that's weird. But that was a good catch. Let's see, where were we? Okay, this is here. Um, Zebec. And okay, I'm tripping. These are bags of tokens. Okay, I feel you with the bag. Kelly Collections, Kelly Collective, collectively. I don't know. Um, don't listen to FUD. Let's freaking go. And this is your boy again with the bull and candle. You think Zebec can reach $1 this bull run? I don't know. Zebec is not performing like most cryptos, so I have no idea. But I do think it's going to do a lot better than people expected, and it is going to send crypto to a whole new stratosphere, especially with the streaming payments. I'm not sure people realize how big that streaming payment thing can be or is, or how many people it can help. I was talking to a friend yesterday, and he was like, there's no more middle class. You're either poor or you're rich. So I think with streaming payments, it's going to help. Streaming payroll is going to help a lot of people out. They don't have to go to these predatory lenders and these paycheck advance places that are ripping you off, charging you 80% interest or 100%. I seen one that was like 230% interest. I was like, bro, 230% interest. I might as well start robbing banks because that is freaking robbery, man. Let me see. Calling all Zebec Army warriors. I want to follow the most loyal member of Zebec community. We're scouting for elite members to join the inner circle. Okay. Drop in the comments, like, follow, and this is Sleeping Giant has awakened. God Zebec coming to an exchange near you. That's actually pretty cool. I should have thought about that. Bro, hold the phone. I want to sell my Bo Jackson rookie card for Zebec. Bad idea. A Bo Jackson rookie card? I don't know, but you can DM me if you're trying to sell that Bo Jackson. That's my guy, man. Bo knows everything, bro. You selling a Bo Jackson? Times are hard, but come on. You selling Bo Jackson freaking rookie card? I don't know. Can't tell you yay or nay. Can't offer financial advice, but everybody loves Bo Jackson. I know this image is going to hit somebody this morning. Investing in a utility is just one way out of the rat race. Know what you hold, dang it. And collectively, collective, I don't know. But that's actually pretty cool because you dang right know what you hold, Zebec Army. Know what you hold. Definitely. Wow, 12K? You're on your own there, Slick. But yeah, I would just like to look at it, take some pictures and what is that? Floss with it. Flex a little bit. Man, Bo Jackson rookie card. Oh my God. Keep in mind, keep your mind sharp and your heart cold. Buy the red when we can fold. The reward is closer than you think. When he sold, I stacked deep. ZBCN doesn't reward the fearful, it rewards the focused. Stay focused, my friends. Um, Far from FUD swirling around Zebec, here's verifiable proof that Zebec's institutional alignment. Anchorage Digital supports it. BlackRock trust Anchorage. Let that sink in. What? BlackRock's coming? As demand for digital assets products increase, as our footprint in the ecosystem grows, we continue to expand our network of service providers with a focus on the highest quality institutional providers. After a thorough evaluation, Anchorage Digital clearly meets the standards. What is this? I need to check out Anchorage Digital, actually. Yeah, anything BlackRock's in, gonna make some money. I'm just saying. BlackRock's got a team. Oh, yeah, this is also the one that's on. That says supported Anchorage Digital supports that meets our standards of quality and safety. Asset supports varies by legal entities, jurisdiction, and service. Okay, Anchorage assets, XRP, Army, ZBEC, Navy, anyone? Yeah, I guess XRP is the Army, ZBEC's the Navy. Uh, we should say SpaceX to Mars, but I'm leaving SpaceX out because I'm pretty fed up with that guy as well. Just fed up across the board with a lot of things lately. Um, Most tokens moon on rumors. ZBIC is integrated into a national infrastructure. No hype, no frenzy, just quiet foundations being led across oceans. When it moves, it won't ask permission. Don't ask permission, just ask for forgiveness. Let's go. ZBCN has Japanese payroll integrate. Maybe integration? Why hasn't the price moved? It takes time to penetrate regulated markets. Early infrastructure plays are undervalued. Institutional money is patient and disciplined. The main less is still unaware and uneducated. Mainless. Its lying foundation still under a penny. Yeah, it's not going to be under a penny long. Are you the only one that can make that decision? Yes, sir. Caspa's the Army, better yet, the Navy. Shout out to the Air Force and the ZBEC Navy. Let's go, guys. I need to record that, actually. What up, naughty ways? Uh, every second you wait, someone else is streaming profits with ZBEC. Act fast. Wealth doesn't pause. That's actually pretty cool. Interesting. ZBEC price dips before major launch. Smart money moves. Hold. Da 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 da. ZBEC's going to the moon in 2025. Best believe. ZBEC, ZK block. ZBEC isn't just a coin, it's the future of real time finance. Blink now and you'll miss the revolution. Please check out projects and feedback. That was Casper. We did Casper yesterday. So now to the main part. So this is Coinbase, and Coinbase is looking to list one because they have the price information here. So all they got to do is switch, flip the switch and list it, right? And they have all your detailed information, the address. So all they got to do is flip that switch. And as this guy's mentioning in the video, this took forever for me to find. So you're welcome. So I went to Ventures and then Portfolio, and you can see Coinbase Venture Portfolio has ZBIC. So either they're buying ZBIC or they're researching to buy it, which means the listing is not too far off. So let me know what you guys think about that in the comments. And again, put a fire emoji in the chat if you know where it's at. And if you think Zebec will reach $1 by the end of 2025. So let's go to this first video. Let me see. This is my main man, Martine, and he's talking about getting ready for Friday.
My attention.
Why my sound always freaking? Let me see. What is this stupid sound? Sure, maybe his video. Just a little bit.
To making the biggest viral moment ever for XRP and Zebec. We're going to be viral on TikTok. We're going to be viral on Reels, Facebook, YouTube, and X. I am not being paid to do this. No one is sponsoring me to do this. No one has convinced me to do this. I take no profit from it at all. I am not buying. I'm not selling. I'm not pumping. I'm not dumping. I am 100% in the S&P 500. That is it. I'm doing this for one reason and one reason alone: to help the members and help my Lucasades achieve something amazing. I'm not doing it just to be nice. I'm doing it because I believe in these projects. I believe in XRP and Zebec could be an amazing asset to own. We've done a lot of research, a lot of study. Sensei is providing me fantastic analysis, news, charts, technicals. The information and the time we put into this has been record breaking, the amount of work we're putting in. So for the next couple of days, you're not going to see me go live. I'm going to be working in the studio and doing what others would spend months to do. I'm going to do in 2 days. Because on Friday, the 6th of June, we're going to go viral on all platforms as I go live for 30 minutes to an hour on a Zebec XRP event, and then release and publish 2 never seen before, not even recorded yet. They're being done as we speak. 2 music videos, one for Zebec and one for XRP. These are going to go viral. I'm 100% committed to it. I've got thousands of influencers all around the world who aren't maybe as open and honest as me, who are pumping and dumping, and many of them are taking money for doing these things. But they are waiting to promote and push out these videos. It's why I believe so much of Zebec has been sold today. Everyone's dumping before they buy back. The moment we announced it, it went down 30%. The moment we came live this morning, people started to buy up. It's going to be volatile between now and Friday. But remember, I am pledging and giving my oath and my word and honor that I am not pumping it, dumping it. I'm not going to buy it. No one's offering me any money. I'm here to help the Lucasades and all of you that are members of my channel to be successful. I believe in these networks, and I want to do something for no other reason than I just love to do it. I'm an entertainer. I'm the world piano man, and I'm going to put on a show on Friday like you've never seen before. I promise you it's going to go viral absolutely everywhere. So join me on Friday for a major event. I'll give you all the links below. There'll be special merchandise for the members only, exclusive, that will sell out before Friday. So if you are a member and you want the ringtones, you want the hats, the t-shirts, everything to do with Zebec, XRP, we'll have that for you. And so just stay engaged. Stay engaged, share everything, repost everything, get ready for a major event. I promise you, you will never see anything like it, because no one can do what I can do. People can pump and dump and make silly videos promoting stuff when they're paid to do it. I'm doing this live. I'm doing it for free. I'm doing it because I just love to do it. And that's it. I'm really, really pumped and excited. So you won't see much from me. You won't see anything from me, actually, over the next couple of days. No opening bells, no closing bells, but they will exist with Sensei and Vaz. I'm not doing it because I have so much to do, and I've got to get to work. I've got to do what some will take a month to do in 2 days. So I'm going to get to work now, like Rumpelstiltskin, you know, spinning the flipping wheel, making the golden yarn all through the night, 24/7. So here is the event for Friday. And later on, the 2 videos will be posted here. They're not created yet. You don't know what they're going to be. but they're going to be mega. Here, the event for Friday. Here will be the events. They're not there. They won't be there until later on in the week, but they will be there eventually. Share this out, repost this, like it, put it on every social media. If you want to repost it onto TikTok, please do it. All the links below, everything you need to follow me on X, Instagram, Reels, TikTok, you name it. Follow me, get ready for an amazing week. Everything's here. The main event.
So shout out to Martine. Friday, be there or be square. And I'm definitely going to show up to show some support. And I think it will be a pretty long process because last time I think it was 24 hours or something. But again, this is one of the hardest working guys in crypto and definitely for Zebec network. So shout out to is it Martin Lucas and his oath, and make sure you join him on Friday. And let's see, that was him. So this is Sensei, and this is what we're talking about, the Coinbase listing. There's a lot of fluff before he actually gets to the listing part, but this is him in the listing. Don't forget to sign up for the BTM Crypto News Network. You double check the volume is good. But yeah, don't forget to sign up for the BTM Crypto News Network and like, share, and subscribe and hit your main man up with a super chat. Just trying to keep the lights on BTM's Crypto News Network. So this is Sensei, I guess. Sensei. I don't know. I guess he's the researcher. I need to give me a researcher. I need to give me a team other than my tech guy. Ain't that right, Craig? Maybe we can get somebody else to help with the research, or definitely figure out what is going on the research. Right? Maybe I can get a small team of contractors that I don't pay to help me find crypto. No, I'm playing. But at some point, I guess we'll grow and have a whole team and all kind of interesting things. So this is Naughty Ways. Yes, that dude is cool. Yeah, dude is cool actually. Let's get to it.
We did. So what is the Coinbase news? Well, so that there's a few things that over time you will get to understand when a Coinbase listing comes up. One of those things is Coinbase Ventures investing in the project. So Coinbase Ventures invested in Zebec in multiple rounds, and Coinbase has even indicated interest in using Zebec's technology. Two double whammies there. Two massive bits of news there. According to Binance Square reports, Coinbase stated that it has plans to use Zebec protocol as a tool to pay wages to employees. If I click this link for the source, unfortunately, it's not available in my region. However, the way I got this news is if I can get highlights from specific news. Binance is blocked in the UK, I can't get to access to it. But I've provided you with the screenshot of this post. Again, we don't have full verification on it, but this was a post on Binance's website. Coinbase, and it still is in some regions, it's just I don't have access to it. Coinbase also states that it plans to use Zebec protocol as a tool to pay wages to employees. In addition to its early performance of the Solana ecosystem, Zebec payroll has also been selected as BNB's chain's 40 best dApps in 2023. So you've got that where I've got the news from. You've got the link there. So that is an absolutely remarkable statement. If Coinbase were to implement Zebec for internal payroll, perhaps paying staff in USDC or other crypto streams, which makes complete sense. Their employees will probably like crypto, and why wouldn't they want to be paid in crypto? We've seen plenty of people be paid in crypto, and Zebec is front running the payroll sector, so it makes sense. it shows a high level of confidence in Zebec. Such integration would make it a very natural for Coinbase to list ZBCN as well, since employees receiving it or users hearing about it would want a marketplace. Additionally, Coinbase has a history of listing assets tied to its ventures portfolio. So firstly, there's some indication that they might be using Zebec as payroll. Number two, this is even bigger. Another indication of a coin listing on Coinbase, what you first want to see is when you go to their Coinbase Ventures, what are they actually investing in? You can see all the ones that they're investing in, and you type in Zebec, you have got proof there that it is part of their portfolio. If it's part of their portfolio, they're probably going to list it. Number three, they've got the price insights. They don't have this for all tokens, but they have it for ZBCN. Why do they have it for ZBCN? Well, maybe it's another indication that it's coming to Coinbase wallet again. I'm not here to tell you it's 100% coming to Coinbase tomorrow. I'm here to tell you the facts, and these are the facts. One of them is not really confirmed, which is the Zebec protocol pays to wages. It's an article from 2023. It's been posted. We haven't heard much since from it, but it's still there. It is still a piece of news I'm bringing to you. Number two, you can verify yourself. You go on to the Coinbase Ventures portfolio. Coinbase themselves are investing in Zebec. That is a great indication. Number three, they have their price insights. That is another indication that they're going to list it. They only do this for tokens that they consider listing. So another hint is Coinbase. A website has a price tracking for ZBCN. This is not a listing, but it means ZBCN is on the Coinbase's radar. They often create assets to info pages for tokens they might consider. In community circles, rumors of Coinbase listings intensify in early 2025, although nothing official has been announced. And that's why I want this tweet to go out there to tell you the news that we have, but the real news. There's no point giving out fake news. We can get excited about real stuff, and this is a real thing that potentially the sort of reasons that that I think they might be looking to list Coinbase. That's the real news. We don't want fake news coming out there that will start scaring people when they realize it's fake news. This is real news. So did we get? We only got 10. We need more than this. Come on, guys. I'm going to give you my X post as well. Let's spread. Yeah, it's on the wallet, but it's not. It's not actually on. You can't buy it on Coinbase. It's on their wallet, but you can't buy it on Coinbase. I'm just replying to a comment. So there is maybe potential things that Zebec needs to continue doing to help make their case. So the likely missing piece at the moment is ensuring compliance. So maybe ISO coming through would help its case. The last thing Coinbase wants is to list a token and then get and then the SEC coming after them for any specific reason. So they need maybe a bit more work happening behind the scenes. So it's ensuring compliance, e.g. pursuing ISO US stable coin integration, which will help Coinbase feel more comfortable listing it. We might also need more decentralization, maybe a few more of those unlocks happening to avoid Coinbase might want to see that over 80% of the supply unlocked and distributed to avoid low float situation. That said, given Coinbase's direct involvement with Zebec, a Coinbase listing could plausibly occur within the next year if market conditions are favorable. That's the Coinbase news. Now we move on to Binance, another tier 1 exchange. Binance Zebec has been acknowledged by Binance in a few ways. Binance's accelerator program recognized Zebec. It was nominated in Binance's Web3 Awards, and Binance research content has covered Zebec's process. Moreover, Zebec built on Solana and now the BNB chain as well, making it part of Binance's ecosystem technically. Recently, social media has been rife with claims that ZBCN will list on Binance soon. These are unconfirmed rumors. We will bring you the news when we know the news. We will bring you the facts when we have the facts. And so far, we've got facts about Coinbase, not when the listing is, but actual facts about why a listing is very probable. So please do make sure you're subscribed. Please do make sure you hit
Okay, so shout out to Martin, Lucas, and Sensei. I wasn't going to get into the the Binance part. I was just doing the Coinbase. Let me know if you guys want to listen to that Binance. We can come back to it. This is the big BC Finance channel. Is this the right one? Yeah. Yeah, because this okay, yeah. And he's talking about verify. He's talking about the price about to take off. So let's see what he has to say real quick.
Seeing here on the charts and be giving you charts, and I'll be giving you guys my price prediction for the coming days and weeks, as well as my targets for 2025. So be sure to stay tuned for all of that. Of course, if you are a new viewer, then welcome to this channel. If you do like this sort of content, hit the like button and subscribe for more. If you are a returning viewer, as always, welcome back to the channel. It's great to have you all here. So we're going to be diving straight into this video. We're going to start off with the shorter term here. We are on the 1 hour charts right now on Zebec, and this is the picture that we have seen. Of course, in yesterday's video, we covered this massive crash that we saw here on Zebec, essentially taking it from 0.6 cents to 0.4 cents there in a matter of a few hours. And now, since that drop, we've actually seen quite a strong bounce from that area, taking prices up to 0.55 cents, which does make me pretty bullish here on the shorter term. Of course, what we are seeing here over the past few hours is some sort of consolidation. Now, the first way we can read this consolidation is as something very, very bullish. This is my preferred scenario, and it's something that looks a little bit like this. Of course, we have this resistance going across here, which has been tested on lots of different occasions here on Zebec. We've had that 2 tests over the past few hours of this resistance here, and in the past you can see it was strong resistance over here as well. And so we've also got the support going up a little bit like this. And so this is the first consolidation pattern that we could be seeing here on the Zebec price. Of course, this is a right angled triangle. And so if we break out past this 0.53 cents region, this green line here, and we break out to the upside, we could be looking at a short-term target there of 29% in the upwards direction, essentially taking Zebec back up to the previous highs. And of course, if Zebec is able to make it to this price target from this right angled triangle, I do not see a reason why Zebec can't get to new all-time highs and reach its short-term target that I have for it at 1 cent. Essentially, the momentum, if we see a breakout to the upside, should be enough to push Zebec towards that 1 cent level. So essentially, it all gets unlocked when we flip this resistance here at 0.53 cents. So if you are looking to hold Zebec on the shorter term, I would strongly suggest you set some price alerts around this region, because if we see a clear breakout to the upside, accompanied by an increase in trading volume, we could see new all-time highs fairly quickly here on Zebec. Now, of course, there's plenty of other reasons why we should be bullish here on Zebec in the shorter term. If we just zoom out a bit on the charts, we can see that despite that little drop that we've seen over the past few days, the trend here on Zebec is still wildly bullish. We are looking at the bullish trend line that Zebec has been following since April, and you can see that despite that drop, we are nowhere near the support level yet. Zebec is still going parabolically up according to this bullish trend line. So that's really good to see. On top of that as well, if we look on the 1 day chart and we just bring up the shorter term moving average there, this blue line that you can see, essentially in this uptrend, we've seen the prices use this blue line, the moving average there, as places of support. And as you can see, prices have come down to this level on several different times to test it as a support before bouncing in the upwards direction. And most recently, we've come down to this moving average just yesterday. So we're doing quite well right now. And essentially, as long as the prices remain above this blue line, we are still in a wildly bullish trend. So there's plenty of things at the moment that are pointing very, very bullish still here for Zebec. On top of that as well, if we get our indicators up, the MACD and the RSI, of course, the MACD at the moment is still looking bullish. However, the 2 lines on the MACD are close to crossing over. So If we do see a crossover on the MACD and we start to see red bars underneath here instead of green bars, that means momentum on the slightly longer term has shifted from bullish to bearish, and that would be a sell signal. So if I do have bearish news for you guys, that would be that we could potentially see a bearish crossover on the MACD. Not to fret though, because the RSI, in my opinion, is still looking very nice. We are no longer overbought, which is good. That means we still have room to move to the upside here, and yet the value of 59 still indicates that the RSI is generally bullish and not bearish. So RSI is looking good, the MACD is looking good, but we are close to having a crossover there. On top of that as well, if we go back on the shorter term, just something that you guys should be aware of as well is that although we are, in my opinion, seeing a right angle triangle, if we do see something, let's get rid of those drawings there. Let's get rid of that moving average. Let's say we see something like this in the shorter term where prices make a new high and then they get rejected once again, and we see something a little bit like this. That would make me concerned, because then this pattern would look more like a rising wedge in the shorter term, and that would actually be bearish. So we have to be careful with this right angle triangle that we're seeing, that it doesn't turn into some sort of rising wedge. Of course, you can draw the trend lines yourself, and if we do see a new high that kind of tops out at say 0.56 cents before bouncing like this, then this has a bigger chance of being some sort of rising wedge. We would see a breakout to the downside from that, and even worse, if we do see something like that, we could also see this as some sort of potential head and shoulders pattern that's been forming here on Zebec. That would be a massive topping pattern. So that's the bad news here on Zebec. If we do see this rising wedge pattern and the prices start to fall once again down to this 4 cents region, and we get something that resembles this, we could potentially see prices heading quite a bit lower here on Zebec. So this is the second scenario that I'm also watching out for. So I'll be paying attention to what happens with this chart over the coming hours and days. I think it's going to tell us which direction is going to be going in. I personally think that the bullish scenario is going to be more likely than this bearish scenario, but just be prepared for a certain scenario that looks a bit like this. Now, of course, this is all shorter term stuff, but in the longer term here on Zebec, nothing has changed about my opinion. I'm still wildly bullish on Zebec, and my price targets here for Zebec come along the fact that we've seen these fib levels here on Zebec. Now, of course, as you can see, Zebec really does respect these fib levels as places of support and resistance. For example, we use them to predict where Zebec was going to be going on this massive pump that we saw. You can see that the first resistance here was at 1.272, this fib level here. As we zoomed past that, we went up to this 1.414 fib, and that was the local top here for the Zebec price. So if Zebec price is able to make new all-time highs, we can use these fib levels to predict how high Zebec is going to be going. And one of the main fib levels that I'm going to be watching for 2025 is this 2.618 fib. That is an important fib level here for Zebec, and that gives it a price target of 4.6 cents. Now, my second target, my optimistic target here for Zebec, if we are able to smash past this 2.618 resistance, we should be looking at the 10 cents region, in my opinion, as the top for 2025. So of course, that 10 cents region is a large price target for me, because I do think this is going to be a big psychological level. As soon as the price starts with 0.1 instead of 0.0, I think there's going to be a lot of sellers, very similar to how 100K on Bitcoin had a lot of sellers as soon as it was reached. So those are my two main price targets here for 2025 on Zebec. Of course, if you are looking for a great place to buy Zebec, then look no further than the MEX exchange. This is the exchange that I use for buying and trading Zebec, because they have some of the lowest trading fees that don't require KYC, and for a limited time only, they're giving every new user who signs up using the link in the description down below $20. So if you want to make use of that offer, sign up in the description down below. Don't forget to deposit some fiat or crypto into your MEX account, and then they'll give you that $20 straight away. So you can, for example, just simply buy some Zebec or long Zebec using the MEX futures. Of course, as always, thank you guys for supporting this channel. Let's get back into this video. So for the best possible chance of reaching these upper price targets, what we need to see here in crypto is this fear and greed index, this value here at least 80, which tells us there is extreme greed in the markets. Generally speaking, we see a market top as we see extreme greed. So if this value is above 80, that's going to give Zebec the best possible chance to get to those higher price targets. Possibly more importantly is this altcoin season index. Of course, at the moment it's at 22, which as you can see is Bitcoin season. We need this value to be above 75 for a true altcoin season and to really see coins like Zebec flourish. So actually the way Zebec has run up even outside of an altcoin season makes me even more bullish here on Zebec, because if Zebec can do this 10x whilst the market is in Bitcoin season, imagine what it can do when altcoins are actually performing Bitcoin. I think Zebec is going to be doing very, very well when that indicator gets to 75 or more. Now, of course, there's plenty of other reasons, in my opinion, to be bullish on Zebec in the longer term. Over the past few days and weeks, they've been adding a lot more partnerships. They've been burning their token every single month. And of course, they've joined the Circle Alliance. Those are just some of the things that they have been working on that has allowed their price to basically do this massive run up over the past few weeks. Of course, if you want to check them out, if you want to find out more about Zebec, just head on over to the website. You can see all the things they are working on, all the partnerships that they have. Of course, needless to say, that has been very, very impressive. Of course, I do think this is going to be one of the top projects in 2025. So I'll leave the link for this website here in the description down below so you guys can browse it.
So shout out to, who is this? The Big BC Finance channel and the Zebec moving forward. This is Block Bull. And let's see what he has to say. Why everyone's talking about Zebec Network. See what he has to say
Episode
real
to the
quick.
channel. Now, today we're going to be discussing the Zebec Network. So, without further ado, let's dive into it. So, this is the official X account here of Zebec Network, Zebec, whatever you want to call it. We do have an update in the past 17 minutes. The Zebec account has officially posted. Cameras are rolling at Zebec London today, the capital of where I'm from. Big up London. Interviews and meetings around our next big move. Stay tuned as the tides are only getting stronger. So look at these views here. We've got the interviews going down now in the capital right about now. So it's looking very good. Also, another post in the past sort of 24 hours from Zebec Network. Zebec's growth continues to accelerate. On May the 2025, reports show strong traction across payroll and card volumes, with partial data post science card acquisition now beginning to flow in. Expect stronger numbers in the months ahead as full integration takes hold now. So there's a massive movement going on now in Zebec Network. Now, what does all this mean? Ultimately, there's money flowing through Zebec Network, which is what we all care about as investors, because we just want to know our price in value is going to go up. That's all we care about now. Yeah, you're lying if you say you care about the tech, etc. Do you know what I mean? Nobody's interested. The only thing we invest is because we want to see a return on investment. And you know what? Zebec is going to return, okay, handsomely. Now, we do have this here. So this is, like I say, this is monthly volume report. This is the previous month, May of 2025. Got the payroll here. So on a bi-weekly, we're seeing $20.5 million in payroll volume. On a monthly basis, we're seeing 41 million. Okay. Employees served 11,000. Enterprise clients 227. So these numbers are increasing here. You can see here the Zebec cards as well. That we've also done a video on the Zebec cards as well. We're highlighting the carbon card. These have also gone up as well. So you can see here rolling over the 4 weeks, which is annualized. We've got almost 50 million in volume. We've had over 11,000 cards issued across 97 countries. So this is a global company now with global reach and clientele. Okay, so this is absolutely huge. We've also got the insight from Zebec as well. Zebec is enabling real-world value flows through blockchain-powered solutions for both traditional and digital economies, from instant payroll and cross-border payments, which is exactly what sort of XLM Stellar and XRP are tackling. Okay, so Zebec are like official partners, if you will, with the Zebec network. So this is absolutely phenomenal. Zebec is bridging the gap between Web 2 and Web 3 finance. Okay, so it's all brilliant news across the board for Zebec. But obviously, you guys, again, like myself, are interested in the price of Zebec. And this is exactly what this channel does for you guys. So make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you're not already, guys. So you can see here where I've circled this and highlighted this price action. This is where I entered Zebec network. Okay, I was waiting for a pullback. Initially around this stage, I thought it was going a little bit lower than what we did in the previous video. Is we applied the Fibonacci lines, which gives you a clear indication of where you're going to see pullbacks and sort of checkpoints, when to take profits, when to enter the market, and when to ultimately exit your positions. And this is exactly what I did. I basically highlighted the sort of range. This was the sort of range for me. You can see here, this was like the top. You see the tops coming in here and then the low. So this sort of section here. Then what we saw with Zebec, we broke out at this sort of point, okay, where I've just highlighted. That was the breakout before we did run up massively, okay. So this is what we're looking at now, guys. So if I just zoom out for you guys, you can see here where the retest, just stretch this out ever so slightly. And I'll do the bottom one as well. You can see here the 1618. So this is the sort of blue level here. You can see here, if I just stretch the screen across, you can see here 1618 level. So that was coming in around 0.004243, and that's exactly where I had my entry. Now look at the entry here on this blue line. This is what I like to trade, and that is the levels of Fibonacci. Sometimes I get a little bit impatient, and on other cryptos, especially in the Discord community, I'll get a little bit impatient, and you know what, I'll just pull the trigger, and we may be down 10-15% in the interim. If you do have the patience to get in on the Fibonacci lines, you are basically eliminating most of the risk associated with any of the crypto entries that you take a position on, okay? So we took a position here on the blue line, and you can see here, it's literally been all upwards action for Zebec. So since my entry, we are currently up approximately 20-21%. So you know what? Within sort of 24 hours, we made 20% upon our capital, which, you know what? You can't sniff at 20% gains. You know, that is a fantastic achievement, fantastic gains, especially within such a short space of time now. However, what I would highlight is I'm a little bit dubious now at this point, because what I am looking to do is ultimately I have got my sell orders, okay? And again, not financial advice. This is personally what I do. You guys can do what you want. But personally, as soon as I enter a position, I know exactly where I'm selling out of my position. And this is the thing, people are very cult-like in terms of crypto community, you know, especially with XRP. I mean, I was in XRP holder for 4 or 5 years. Yeah, held all the way through the litigation, SEC, etc. But the minute you sell any of those cryptos, it's almost like they want to disassociate you from the sort of cult. It's proper weird. However, for me, it's just business. You got to treat trading and investing as a business. It's all about return on investment. You put money into the business, or you put money into the trading account, you want to see your money grow exponentially. And this is exactly what I do. I know as soon as I take a position where I want to take profits, now I always monitor my positions. Now, what I'm seeing here is, like I say, I've already placed my sell orders. The minute I buy, I've placed my sell orders. And I placed my sell orders here around this sort of 1 cent region here at the 2618. It was reliable down here entering my position. So I'm going to be looking at taking profits around this sort of purple order block, which I've said just shy of that sort of profit target. I do believe we will hit the red line. But again, sometimes you may struggle to find liquidity in order to sell your sort of stock shares, crypto in this case. Okay, so I'll be looking at selling here. However, that's not to say things can't play out in these volatile markets, because what I'm seeing is right now, even if we just take out the sort of fib levels, you can see here there's a little bit of concern, even though we're 20% up on this particular trade. And I just want to highlight to you guys what I'm seeing, guys. So I'm seeing a sort of left shoulder, potentially the head, and then the sort of right shoulder here. Okay, this is what I'm kind of seeing, guys. Okay, so this is just something you want to keep an eye on here, and we can draw it more clearly here by using this sort of TA here. left shoulder, right. Again, this shoulder can come up higher. It doesn't have to sort of top out here. We could draw the sort of right shoulder up here, down here, and then that would lead to a capitulation, guys. So this is the cause for concern right now. There is a ledge still down here as well. So this would be the optimum sort of entry for Zebec, in my personal opinion. If you got filled around sort of 0.00222, somewhere along this sort of blue line, that would be a remarkable entry. Okay. So if this is the head and shoulders, which again we're going to monitor, which is why it's important for you guys to subscribe to the channel, we'll keep tabs on this, because ultimately, if this is a head and shoulder pattern and it's not invalidated within the sort of next couple of days, or certainly by the end of this week, then we would be going lower, guys. Okay. And it probably won't hit that 2618 level where I am anticipating at this moment in time to get up to, guys. I am expecting this sort of head and shoulder pattern to fizzle out and to sort of take my profits up here. So ultimately, that would be sort of, let's just measure up from where I actually entered the market. So I'd be looking at anywhere between sort of 120 to around 180% gains, give or take. Okay, so that's around about 2 to 3x on my capital, which isn't bad, guys. Okay, for a week or two. I'd imagine it'll all play out within a week or two. So I still have that in sight. But like I said, this left shoulder, head, right shoulder is still in play at this moment in time. So this is why it's important to continue monitoring. So what I was going to say is, if this does break down to the downside, would be looking at a sort of measured move to the downside here. So this is a measured move from the sort of top of this sort of head, if you will, down to this sort of bottom of this right shoulder down here. So I'm just dragging 50% down here, and that's what creates a sort of 50% move. Okay, and that puts us in and around that sort of region where this blue line goes. Okay, again, this is a sort of higher the range, and that comes exactly where this measured move comes in here. So if it was to measure from sort of current price action now, if I do grab the right, there we go. I don't want to be grabbing this TA here. I want to be grabbing this section here. So if I was to grab this, and what I'm placing it now is at current price action here. You see current price action here, where I'm just going to highlight again. We're still up 20% at this stage, but we'll be looking at a sort of 55% retracement into that sort of perfect optimum entry, okay, for Zebec. So that's what I'm seeing. Like I say, guys, I'm keeping tabs on it now. That would ultimately just bring you back down into this sort of region. Now, if I do come out onto the sort of daily, and even if I come back out onto the weekly, you can see here, it's there or thereabouts. If I just stretch this out here, yeah, you got the all-time sort of weekly closes here, and then you've got these sort of wicks here. So you got that 1 wick, 2 wick into that sort of region there, guys. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing at this moment in time. But overall, we're in profit, and you know what? I can't complain right now. But yeah, make sure to like, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know if you're still holding Zebec down below in the comments. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to give us a thumbs up, and I shall see you in the next video, guys. The block bull is over and out.
So let me know what you guys think about Zebec going far. Project as a whole. I guess this is the last little video. This is breaking Zebec announcement, new partnerships. For some reason, I think that this is more than just a Zebec video. Let's see here. Yeah, because I know this guy was clickbait. He didn't even talk about Zebec. The Zebec crash. He didn't even talk about Zebec much. But let's see what this guy has to say real quick, and then we'll shut it down for this Wednesday hump day in the Zebec pump. What are we looking at? It's up 17%, down 5% on the hour. I think I closed trading view out. Dang it. But yeah, let's go ahead and close this guy out, actually. Yeah, let me see what this is talking about.
12% on the day. Very nice little recovery there in a market of red. Well, not deep red, but semi-red, right? Zebec stands out. We're going to have a look at it, guys. We got a new partnership announcement. Guys, big things. Let's get into it. Jasmy down 3.8 on the day, 13 on the week, 5.2 on the month, and 59.5 on the year. Even in rank at 93, $720 million market cap and 26 million in volume. Swift Coin down 2.3 on the day, 10.3 on the week, 4.5 on the month, but up 157 on the year. Down 3 spots in rank to 296, $126 million market cap, and the volume is atrocious at 1.14 million. That's not that good. It's not bearish, but we're not going to go anywhere if the volume's sitting at 1 million. Onyx Coin XEN down 1.7 on the day, 14.7 on the week, 1.7 on the month, but up 654 on the year. Even in rank at 119, $528 million market cap and 42 million in volume. And of course, the big Kubasa, the crawdaddy, Zebec, up 12.5% on the day, 20% on the week, 180% on the month, and 168 on the year. Up 19 spots in rank to 140, a $420 million market cap, and 93 million in volume. Let's go look at the Bitcoin chart, shall we? What do you say? What do you know? Bitcoin up or down? Let's frickin' go. Holding above the 30-day SMA again. We wicked below it to $104,163 roughly. And we're fighting it. We're fighting to hold it. I told you guys, I personally believe we're going to lose the 30-day SMA as support. And we only lose it when we close a daily candle below there, right? We could wick down below it, but this is what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is our 6th daily candle in a row, either touching or wicking down below the 30-day moving average and then coming back up above it. Eventually, we're going to lose that support if we do not make a leg up soon. Now, is that absolutely horrible? Is it a nightmare? Should you panic sell everything? Of course not, right? We're probably, if that happens, going to come down here in this little purple box that I put on the screen between $101,000 and $103,000, which is perfectly fine. My only concern is falling below the 30-day means that we got to get back above the 30-day. And as it has been acting as a significant level of support now, if we do flip it into resistance, well, then we're going to have this on the bottom end of it eventually where we're bouncing off of it for 6-7 days in a row, maybe more, right? So we don't want to flip the 30-day into resistance at this point. It could push back our potential run to the upside if that happens. Not by much. It's not like it's pushing it to winter or anything like that. But if we go over and look at let's look at the M2 and what's happening over there with that correlation. I think we're kind of being faked out right now, man. I really do feel like we're kind of getting faked out a little bit. Let's look at the M2 here. M2 is taking and making another leg up today, by the way. It finally broke its local high, and it's above there right now. Can we continue? I'd like to see a nice big leg up now over the next couple of days on the M2. But, I mean, we're right in line with a move up here, guys. We're right here, right? We are right here. So we should see that next leg up. Like I said, I'm expecting sometime around the 10th-ish, give or take 3 days, right? That's when I'm expecting to see this next big juicy run to the upside. I'm expecting the second half of June to be juicy. Now, could it be delayed until maybe the end of June, beginning of July? Of course, that could happen. But right now, it looks like right on track for that next leg up. Following the M2. So everything looks healthy there, guys. Everything looks healthy there. Let's go look at the Zebec chart. I'm starting to try to climb back up. I cleaned it up a little bit. Found a little bit of support right here at 20484. We wicked to the top of this golden pocket, 2055. Anywhere in this range, guys, in my personal opinion, is a good DCA opportunity, right? So it would be nice if we could hold support in this area. Right? If we could hold support in this range, that would be perfect. It might take a couple of weeks of consolidation in this range, but that's fine, right? As long as we don't completely collapse right back down again, that's all we really care about here. So let's build some support where we're at. Nice accumulation phase. You'll love to see it. All right, let's get into some of the news, guys. But before we do, Shout out to the channel sponsor, Decent Biometric Wallets. They got a 2-for-1 deal going on the biometric wallet right now, guys. The Decent Card Wallet is absolutely fantastic. Check them out for yourselves. Not your keys, not your coins. Keep your crypto safe. Use our link down below. You get an absolutely phenomenal deal. So yeah, don't be afraid to check that out. All right, into some Jasmy news before we get into the Zebec stuff. So another video from friend of the channel, Neo Sun, Neo Xtrix. He says, I own IOWN, Junction, and Jasmy, the Japanese convergence towards an ethical, seamless, and sovereign internet. Check it out.
I own Junction and Jasmy, the Japanese convergence toward an ethical, seamless, and sovereign internet. As we enter a new digital era dominated by AI, connected devices, and the exponential growth of data, the question of technological infrastructure becomes critical. But beyond raw performance, it is how these technologies serve humanity that determines their legitimacy and future. In this context, Japan offers a unique approach through IOWN, which perfectly complements Junction and Jasmy. Together, they shape the contours of the Internet of the future, where speed, intelligence, and privacy are not contradictions, but intimately connected, transforming the human-digital relationship at its core. The innovative optical and wireless network, IOWN, embodies the promise of a faster, more efficient, and more sustainable network. By utilizing the all-photonics network, this architecture aims to replace traditional copper infrastructure with fully optical connections, drastically reducing latency and energy consumption. But beyond its technical merits, IOWN redefines how we think about interconnecting resources. It allows geographically distributed data centers to operate as one, a kind of extended digital brain. This vision of a fluid, invisible network capable of acting on a global scale while maintaining local coherence resonates deeply with Japanese culture, steeped in minimalism, harmony, and silent efficiency. It is precisely on this foundation that Junction can be deployed, leveraging the distributed power of IOWN to orchestrate real-time data processing while avoiding the pitfalls of centralized architectures. Junction stands out not merely as a decentralized supercomputer. It is designed to process intelligence as a distributed flow, capable of reacting, learning, and adapting continuously based on the data collected by connected devices. This mode of operation reflects the Japanese organic mindset, where tools are never separated from their environment, nor machines from intent. With Junction, the infrastructure becomes almost alive. It listens, understands, and acts contextually. But such power would not be morally acceptable without a clear framework of individual respect. This is where Jasmy comes in, as a cornerstone of this synergy, with its unique solution for digital sovereignty. In a world where platforms capture, exploit, and resell intimate information without clear consent, Jasmy restores ethical balance. This principle is not merely legal or technical, it is deeply cultural, embodying the respect for human dignity, a core value of Japanese society. The interaction between IOWN, Junction, and Jasmy can thus form a complete chain, from physical infrastructure to digital intelligence, all the way to the protection of fundamental rights. This rare coherence gives rise to a next-generation internet that is high-performing, decentralized, and profoundly human. It's a vision that stands in contrast to mass surveillance and opaque control systems. It also offers a credible alternative to today's tech giants, proposing a model centered on the user rather than the monetization of their behavior. The convergence of IOWN, Junction, and Jasmy is not a technological utopia. It is based on a clear vision, strong partnerships, and a willingness to rethink the very foundations of our relationship with the digital world. Drawing from strong cultural values, respect, transparency, harmony, Japan is charting a path toward an internet where humanity remains at the center. This synergy is not just a response to today's technical challenges, it is a societal proposition. In the near future, it may well become an inspiring model for all nations seeking a fairer digital future.
Every single partnership that Jasmy and Junction announces and comes out with and works with is very, very cerebral and strategic. I absolutely howl when I hear people say that it's a rug or it's a scam or whatever it is. It is so hilarious to me when I listen to someone give advice like that without doing a lick of research. It's like me walking into a surgery, an operating room, and saying, I know how to do open heart surgery because I saw it on the internet. Someone told me on the internet once how to do it. It's hilarious. It is absolutely hilarious. All right, let's get into some of the Zebec stuff. Let's get to this partnership. But first, strung you along. Mr. T says, too late. Jerome Powell must lower interest rates now. So he's really trying to apply that pressure, guys. We'll see what happens. But here you go. No more tricks. Zebec partnership confirmed with Proppy, guys. Listen up.
Thanks for having us on today. Zebec and Proppy obviously have had an informal partnership now for the past couple of months. Both of us are RWA projects based in the USA, which we're very proud about. And we're excited for the upcoming formal partnership between Zebec and Proppy. Of course, Proppy is the leader in bringing real estate transactions on chain, while Zebec is the global leader in crypto-based payroll. So the two sides have been working on integrating their offering together as we find a way to bridge stablecoin payroll and stablecoin payments with Proppy's large network of real estate brokers and billions of dollars in transaction volume. So we are super excited to be working on this. We should have more updates and announcements in the coming weeks. And I really believe this is a great synergy between two of the top RWA players here in the US.
Yes.
Thanks.
Quick note, guys. Look who's a co-host. Tony Edwards from Thinking Crypto, a huge crypto channel, guys. So if he's shining a light on this, I'm gonna look into it and see if Tony's talking about Zebec at all. Absolutely massive, you guys. Massive. If you're on the Patreon, you know how excited we are about Proppy's future. So the fact that Zebec is partnered with them now, absolutely next level bullishness. And speaking of next level, guys, we have been having an absolute blast over on the Patreon with these gems that we have been picking out. Man, the 500% returns on Honest Coin, the 440% returns on Zebec, the 220% returns on Nadix, and it just keeps going. We dropped 3 more microcap gems over on the Patreon this week. And if that's your thing, guys, getting in early on projects that pump 3, 4, 5, 600%, and then finding other projects to roll those profits into and really compound your gains, get over to the Patreon, man. We dropped 3 more gems this week, and we're dropping 2 more coming up this weekend. So that's 5 gems, guys, inside of a week. We're absolutely loving it. We're in mass accumulation mode right now to continue our profit-taking plans, guys. And if you need mentorship from someone who's been through multiple bull runs, guys, get over to the Patreon. The link is down below. We have mentoring coaching calls every single
Okay, well, shout out to Crypto Future and the information. And I was listening to it, but it kind of thought the Zebec announcement was coming sooner than later. But shout out to him for that information. And thanks for joining. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe and super chat. But this is a pretty good video, and we will check to see what is going on with Coinbase and if Coinbase plans to list Zebec. Let me see, check the crypto bubbles real quick. See what's going on here. Zebec still up 14.1%. Not a lot of red in the market today. But thanks for joining. About to grab some lunch and might come back on live later. So keep an eye out for that. Thanks for listening and thanks for your support and continue to diamond hand. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe and super chat if you want to. Just trying to keep the lights on BTM Crypto News Network. As always, it's okay to be weird or different. Maybe you're not weird, everyone else is. But either way it goes, let's get back to the money and stay dangerous. BTM out.